Good Wednesday evening, November 6th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Rock Island Mayor Randy Agnew held a comfortable lead last night over Paula Lamanna to become the next Douglas County Commissioner for District 2. Your local election results are straight ahead. An East Wenatchee woman is charged with theft for allegedly embezzling more than $30,000 from the septic pumping service where she worked. Dry and seasonal weather is expected through Friday with rain and mountain snow this weekend. All your local weather details are coming up. Chelan County's election night results were slower than usual to arrive, but when they did, they delivered a landslide for Brad Hawkins. In the race for Chelan County Commissioner, Hawkins, the 12th District State Senator for the last 8 years, took a 65% share of the vote with no room for his opponent, Wenatchee builder Flint Hartwig, to flip the results. Both men are Republicans. Hawkins began his campaign for the seat held by retiring Commissioner Tiffany Gehring after being redistricted out of his Senate post. Hartwig campaigned as an underdog interested in deep cuts to county government. The new commissioner will be sworn in to take office in January. Hawkins told NCWLIFE News last night that he credits his big win to more than just Chelan County Republican voters.
Well, I'm super grateful for the results. I think the reality was I believe that Flint and I, if I put my political analyst hat on, I thought Flint and I would split the Republican vote, but I would likely earn the vast majority of the independents and Democratic voters. And that together as a coalition could put me over into those figures. So I'm grateful for it. I think the voters in the end have to decide who is the best and most qualified candidate, but also I believe it was a validation for how I've served. I've always tried to stay open-minded about issues, treat people with respect, be collaborative, and get results. And I believe that the voters across Chelan County hopefully see that in me, and the vote tonight was a reflection of that.
Contacted outside a Republican election night party by our media partner, the Wenatchee World, Hartwig offered Hawkins his congratulations despite their political differences.
I think he's a good dude, and I still think he's a career politician. And the people of Chelan County have voted; they want a career politician. So, yeah, I hope everything goes fine because obviously I've got family and friends here, and I love this valley, and I'm still going to live here. And I hope that if he can hopefully seek counsel of local people whose his decisions are going to affect, and then listen to those, that would be fantastic. So I'd encourage him to do that. Well, I'm going to still serve the people of Wenatchee. I've been busy in this town building a lot of housing and stuff for a lot of years, and I'm going to refocus my attention now on a family fun center. It's something that has been near and dear to my heart for a long time, and we've made a couple of attempts at getting one open. And I'm going to refocus my attention wholly on opening up a trampoline park and gymnastics. So working with the local gymnastics outfit that's already in business, and we're looking at some property that's very promising. And yeah, I still want to teach people how to retire off of cash flow, and I still want to serve my community every which way that I can. So I'll be around.
In Douglas County, Rock Island Mayor Randy Agnew held a comfortable lead last night over Paula Lamanna to become the next county commissioner for District 2. Both were seeking the seat, being left by Republican Commissioner Kyle Steinberg, who opted not to run again after 2 terms. Agnew, who was also a Republican, outraised and outspent Lamanna, a therapeutic fitness instructor who ran as an independent in the GOP-leaning county. About 9,000 ballots remain to be tallied in the Douglas County elections. Hawkins' departure from his Senate seat meant a shakeup in the 12th District, pitting Republican contenders from the Wenatchee Valley against Democrats from the west side of the Cascades. The first round of balloting gave an advantage to former Chelan County Sheriff Brian Burnett, running for state representative against North Bend City Council member Heather Colan. The winner would take the seat now held by Keith Gaynor. The Wenatchee World spoke with Burnett last night about his early showing.
It puts us right where we wanted to be. I mean, we were hoping we were going to bring in about 60% of the Chelan County vote, and obviously we know that there's going to be a lot of votes left to bring in, but I think we're showing right at what 6 or 7 percentage points between the three counties. So it feels good. That's where we want to be. I hope that we can pick up a couple percentage points like we did the last time in the primary as the later votes come in. But if we can hold that, I'd be ecstatic. Just the opportunity, very, very humbled. I think the paradigm really shifted for us as we got to get out and meet people, business owners, people that were helping with our campaign. When we first got asked to run for this position, it was really about saving Chelan County for the 12th, I guess if you want to say it that way. But it wasn't, 3 or 4 or 5, 6 weeks later that we realized it was a much bigger picture than that. And that's where the excitement came on and said, you know what, we have a great opportunity here to represent so many people. And we've made some amazing friends, and met some amazing business owners. So we're super, super excited. We think this could be a positive thing.
Last-minute voters delayed the release of election results in Chelan County on Tuesday. The results were released around 9 p.m. on election night, which is later than usual and about an hour after polls closed. Chelan County was the last in the state to release results to the Washington Secretary of State's office, and Auditor Skip Moore told NCWLIFE News it was due to over 100 people still in line to vote in person.
We had people coming through the door all day. We had a line all day, and when it came time to quote-unquote close the poll sites, I still had about 120 people in line. So we had to tag the line and let all those people through before we can release results. And that's why we were a little late in getting our results out last night, is because I still had people voting in the poll site. So I had to get them completed before we were able to put out the results.
There were a dozen contested races on local ballots, from PUD commissioners to state legislative seats. Here's our roundup of the results at the close of counting last night, with the reminder that these outcomes are not yet final. More tallies are still to come on all votes will be certified by December 5th. When we come back, the computer systems that help manage court dockets across the state have been slowed or stopped this week due to unauthorized network activity. The Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest has a new Forest Supervisor. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect, no matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect, one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
This is the time of year we celebrate family, traditions, and great food. At Abby's, our legendary pizzas are so giant that they feed up to 6 happy family members. When you need a break from cooking, think Abby's. Our place or your place. Our family is here for your family.
The Triple Topper's back!
This November, what makes Abby's Triple Topper so great? It's the pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and ground beef toppings piled to the edge. It's a whole lot of pizza at a very special price. Order your Triple Topper at abbys.com.
An East Wenatchee woman is charged with theft for allegedly embezzling more than $30,000 from the septic pumping service where she worked. Douglas County Sheriff's deputies say Maria Trejo routed payments meant for the business into her personal bank account instead. At one point, she allegedly placed financial record books in her own car but was stopped by police from taking them home. Trejo was criminally charged last month with first-degree theft. The full amount is believed to be close to $33,000 stolen between September and November of 2022. Deputies say she admitted to stealing from the business in text messages to the owner. She's scheduled to undergo trial in January in Douglas County Superior Court. The computer systems that help manage court dockets across the state have been slowed or stopped this week due to an unauthorized network activity. The Administrative Office of the court says it recently identified the activity and had to take action to secure information on the systems. This means local court clerks, including those in Grant County District Court and East Wenatchee Municipal Court, have had to suspend payment processing and online record filing. Court administrators say their offices remain open and functioning for in-person services, and court hearings and trials remain on schedule. The Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest has a new forest supervisor. Tara Humphreys was named to the post a week ago, but she's been serving as acting supervisor since July 15th. Humphreys is a Washington State native. She most recently worked in the National Forest Service's Rocky Mountain region, where she specialized in wildlife crisis strategy. She began her career in 2002 as a wildland firefighter. Humphreys officially takes over the forest supervisor post December 1st. She replaces Kristen Bale, who took a new job last spring with the Forest Service in the desert Southwest after overseeing the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest for 5 years. Coming up next, Chelan County Auditor Skip Moore spent the first morning after the election showing a few interested viewers how the ballot counting process works. More on that in tonight's feature story. Expect another sunny, mild day tomorrow with rain and snow possible this weekend. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Who does Springwater Insurance Group work for? Well, we work for you. Now, some of you think we work for Medicare insurance plans. No, we work for you and your Medicare needs. Now, we are independent agents, and this allows us to teach you about all your plan choices. Now, once we find the most suitable health and drug plan for this new year, we then assist you with your enrollment. We also take it a step further. We provide local, face-to-face customer service at one of our local offices. We provide this service because it's what you want.
Central Washington Water is your hot spring spa dealer for over 45 years. Shop their showroom and see the new Freshwater Smart IQ. This is a new innovative approach to super simple water care combined with the freshwater salt system to give you clean, balanced spa water naturally. There's a hot tub for every budget. Save up to $1,000 on hot spring spas or buy plug-and-play spas starting at $79 per month. Why shop anywhere else? Central Washington Water. They service what they sell.
Chelan County Auditor Skip Moore spent the first morning after the election showing a few interested viewers how the ballot counting process works. The ballot counting viewing was put together by the Our Shared Democracy Coalition to help educate people on the ballot counting process and putting county auditors in front of people to answer questions. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE News caught up with Moore to learn more about how events like these help the community.
What we're trying to do is trying to get as much information out for folks to understand and see our process. It's not magic. So, and it's, we do it behind glass so that the public can see what we're doing. But quite often, just standing behind the glass from this side, you'll see it, and some things don't, what are they doing? Why are they doing that? So it's nice to get some folks in and groups in that we're able to, not only they can see the process, but we can explain the individual steps, so it take the mystery out of it, that this isn't rocket science, and it's not something that we're trying to hide from the public. It's just, at times for us, it's just like watching paint dry, but we want the public to be able to see it. So more the opportunity to tell people what we're doing and show them how we do it takes the mystery out of it. We all hear different things, and we're always hearing, oh, wait a minute, they do it this way. Well, no, we may not do it this way. The key being, every county in Washington State is going to do it virtually the same. The little bit of their processes may be different, but they're doing it the same way. However, there's 50 states, and those 50 states can all do it differently. Vote by mail has been, the last 4 years, has been the target of a lot of misinformation is the big thing. The assumption that it's fraught with fraud and all the things that we do in the process. And then once somebody explains how we do it, and then they realize, oh, there are checks in this process. There are safeguards, and then they can see the process. It makes it a lot clearer to them, because otherwise, if you're told something, hey, that lake is 200 feet deep. Well, it may only be 2 feet deep, but until you actually see it and look at it, then you go, oh, I understand that, and get the true understanding of how individual states, because we all do it different, do the process. Again, I would always, if people have questions, talk to the folks that do it. This is what we do for a living. Come down, we'll show you. We're more than happy to show you how we do the process, because we want to take the mystery out of it. It's not difficult, and it's far more tedious than one would think. And once someone sees the process, they can see how secure it is, the checks that are in place to prevent and do our best to prevent fraud, and to ensure that there is no miscounting of ballots. That's the big thing. And remind people that, again, we hold on to these ballots for 22 months. So it's not a case where we conduct an election real quick, give it results, and get rid of the evidence. We will have these ballots, we will have the envelopes for 22 months. So if somebody were to have a court case, we can drag them out of the vault, and we can rebuild the entire election from the process, because we hang on to it. So that's the important thing. We can show exactly how it happened.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your post-election Wednesday was a good one. Beautiful mid-fall day in North Central Washington. Looking down at the Wenatchee Valley from our Wenatchee Heights Sky-Fi tower camera, and look at this beautiful shot, blue sky throughout our day. And we did see a boat earlier coming down the Columbia River. There it is right there from this afternoon, of either a die-hard boater or probably a fish and wildlife boat out there on the Columbia River this afternoon. But heck, why not? Sunshine and temperatures about normal for this time of year. We're going to have another day of this weather, and then by the time the weekend rolls around, rain Saturday, rain changing to snow on Sunday into Monday, and we are talking snow for some of our local passes: Stevens Pass, Washington, Sherman, and Lookout Pass. I really think Blewett could also see some snow out of this. If you're traveling over Snoqualmie, probably just a rain event Sunday into Monday. And then we will see periods of rain for our area, especially Saturday morning and again on Sunday night. And we'll talk much more about that coming up. But today's high temperature, and our low temperature for that matter, right in line with where we should be for this time of year. 49 our high today, 48 is normal, 34 was our low, and 33 is normal. Our record high for this date, 63 degrees, and that was set in 2014. Our record low, 14 degrees. degrees set in 2003. Sun came up this morning at 6:53 and it set this afternoon at 4:35. All right, getting you into those Thursday temperatures, a lot like today. In fact, tomorrow's weather will almost be a carbon copy of today. Near 50 for Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, and up into Omak. We will be in the upper 40s for Wenatchee, also Eniat and Chelan, and then mid-40s from Lake Wenatchee through Leavenworth, and mid to upper 40s for you folks in Cashmere tomorrow with a high temperature of 47. Tonight we can expect clear skies, still a big ridge of high pressure up and over the Pacific Northwest. That means clear and cold temperatures. How about that? Low temperatures around 30 degrees overnight tonight, one of the cooler nights we've had. For Thursday, sunny and seasonal. As I mentioned, almost a carbon copy of today. So if you enjoyed today, you'll enjoy tomorrow as well. Highs in the upper 40s. For Friday, this is where we start seeing some changes come our way. A bit of a trough beginning to form out in the Pacific. We will see increasing clouds, mainly high clouds throughout the day, with temperatures right around 50 degrees. So we will warm up just a little bit on Friday. And now a bit of a discrepancy for Saturday. The Weather Service still saying a 60% chance of morning rain, but this model keeps most of the rain into western Washington. So we're going to have to keep our eye on Saturday and see how that plays out. But temperatures will be decent into the low 50s for Saturday. And then that bigger storm moves in on Sunday. Cloudy skies, rain in the morning, early afternoon. And then as we get into the evening hours, there you have it, a 90% chance of rain for our area. It will be cooler on Sunday with highs only in the mid 40s. And then for your Veterans Day on Monday, that system pushes through. Another one moves in behind it. So that'll keep our weather unsettled. 60% chance of rain with high temperatures on Monday in the mid to upper 40s. And then by the end of our forecast on Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies. Things will calm down a little bit. Most of the showers will be in western Washington. About a 20% chance we'll see the wet stuff Tuesday with highs again right where we should be in the upper 40s. Checking that 7-day forecast, 34 overnight, 48 tomorrow. Increasing clouds on Friday. We will see a high temperature of 50 and then a rainy 3-day period. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 51 Saturday, cooling into the mid 40s for Sunday and Monday. And then just some scattered showers on Tuesday. Mostly cloudy skies and a high temperature of 48. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Well, a good Wednesday to you. The Seattle Kraken reached their longest losing streak of the season last night with a 6-3 defeat in Colorado. Avalanche and Kraken went toe-to-toe for a period plus before Colorado extended its lead with a couple goals in the second. Seattle's losing streak reached 4 games with the loss.
Little handoff for Sam Girard. He'll walk the line. He's pestered by Tolvanen. McKinnon darts. Lays it along. A shot. They score! Chris Wagner all alone on the weak side. Set up by Nathan McKinnon, who has points in 13 games now. Colorado on the board. Beniers with a shot off the glove hand of Justus Annunen, and now Burakovsky resets it. Penalty's been killed. Beniers in front. They score! It goes off. Jaden Schwartz crowding the house. Ivan again out in front. Kovalenko stopped by Grubauer. The rebound. They score! It's Ivan. 5:48 left in the first period. The Avalanche answer back. They're just taking the game in. Oh, man, that was a good try there by Canada. Yeah, slide in off the skates. Casey Middlestad in the box. A shot and a goal in game number 600. Jared McCann with a stinger. And the Kraken have tied it. Cale Makar straight away. They play catch. Far side McKinnon. He'll dust it off. Lehkonen stopped loose. They score! Mikko Rantanen took a swat at it. Makar. Rantanen scores a bullet. Mikko Rantanen with a ferocious one-timer. Thinks about a shot. McCann will. Blocked. Parker Kelly. 5 blocks. They score! It pinballs home. Montour let it fly. Through some traffic, 2:29 left. Beniers will go to the bench first. We'll see. And the Kraken are within one. Grubauer to the bench. 6 out, 2:10 left. Rantanen will get to it.
The official skate.
It did. It's a goal. Mikko Rantanen. They have one win in their last 6. As they count it out here at Ball Arena. Kraken will drop down to 5-8-1. They score before the horn. 1.2 on the clock, and that's all. So, tough night in the Mile High City for the Kraken.
Seattle returns home to host Vegas Friday night at 7 o'clock at Climate Pledge Arena. Game will be broadcast on King 5 and Kong TV. College basketball season began for a couple of Northwest teams last night. Great Osabor. How about that? That's his name. Great Osabor led 5 players in double figures with 15 points as Washington beat UC Davis in Seattle 79-73. It was a debut win for new head coach Danny Sprinkle.
They're looking for Osabor there. Uses his body.
He ties it.
He knows how to score. He's not going to jump over you, but he knows how to score the basketball, and he knows how to use his body. Just a fantastic player.
Coach Sprinkle thought there was a foul there. Washington is tied. Here's Chappelle, same look.
Boy, they're just absolutely falling asleep defensively when it comes to Chappelle.
2-on-2. Harris navigates toward the bucket, and Washington is on a quick 7-0 run.
And just like that, they do.
Knocked away. Osabor had the deflection. Harris in transition. Great rip through.
That's a nice move. Took his time.
Harris.
Oh, good
blocked. Gets it back, spins, puts it up and in. Should probably take a 3 right there. DeBrule misses the layup, and that will do it. Washington in the Danny Sprinkle debut and their Big Ten debut wins 79-73.
Washington joined the Cougars and Gonzaga, getting off to a 1-0 start so far this season. The Gonzaga women were also on the winning side in their opener last night in the Kettle by topping Montana 82-69. Thanks to Gonzaga Athletics for the highlights. Allie Turner came off the bench to score 18 points to lead 5 players in double figures. Eastmont stayed alive in prep girls soccer last night. The Wildcats edged Davis 2-1 in the District 5 4A play-in game. Meanwhile, Eisenhower held off second half comeback attempt from Moses Lake in a 3-2 victory. Eastmont will host Ike in a district playoff game Thursday at 6 o'clock. Meanwhile, Wenatchee will host West Valley tomorrow at 6 for the district championship on the NCWLIFE channel. Join Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen with the pregame at 5:50. Now, tomorrow's game will be streamed only on our Facebook page. The game will be broadcast on TV Friday night at 7 o'clock. The District 5 2A tournament in Grandview. East Valley ended Sela's season with a 2-1 win. Ellensburg won the district championship with a 3-2 win over Prosser. Kyle Benton continues to impress in the District 5-6 1A tournament with a 4-3 win over Cascade. Royal blanked Wahluke last night 1-0. Kodiaks will host Wahluke tomorrow night at 6 in a loser-out contest. Kyle Benton visits Royal. Saturday's championship at Royal features Cashmere and Natchez Valley. That will be at 5 o'clock. Volleyball matches last night went to Moses Lake and West Valley. The Mavericks ended Eastmont season 25-18, 23, and 19. The Rams advanced to face Moses Lake Saturday in Wenatchee with a 25-18, 10, and 17 win over the Cadets. They'll face off Saturday at noon while Wenatchee battles Davis for the district championship. Antietam Waterville Mansfield advanced to the District 5 1B championship. The Tigers topped Soap Lake 3-1 while the Shockers Hawkers swept Moses Lake Christian 3-0. The Lions and Eagles will play at 5 o'clock Saturday in the Chelan Community Gym. Entiats and Waterville Mansfield meet for the title match at 7 o'clock. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a happy Wednesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.